The number is right there, nestled smack in the middle against the windshield in red, 575. In case you missed it, there are another 4 red 575s stitched into the seat backs. You might excuse Jaguar for the numerical ostentation, but with manufacturers taking the horsepower arms race nuclear, the 6-year-old XJR sure could use a hook. What better way to stand out than an engine output humble brag? The $122,400 Jaguar XJR575 gains 25 horsepower for 2018 thanks to software recalibration, which helps scoot the 17-foot-long four-door to 60 miles per hour in a claimed 4.2 seconds. I'm gunning the XJR575 along the mountainous passes near the Alvão Natural Park in northern Portugal to find out whether the upgrade is enough to keep this underdog relevant in the fevered pitch of the high-dollar sedan market. Glance at the Jag in profile, and you might doubt its athleticism. Though nearly identical in length to a long-wheelbase BMW 7 Series and Mercedes-Benz S-Class, and 1.8 inches shorter than the Audi A8L. The XJR575's sloping rear window and rounder styling lend it a somewhat lazier, more lavish appearance. It's also long in the tooth, this design having been first introduced in 2009, but it wears its age surprisingly well. Frankly, you just don't see XJ series Jags as often as their strong-selling competitors, and that keeps them looking fresher, somehow. In contrast, the Germans have kept their exterior lines purposeful and contemporary-looking, with more frequent redesigns furthering their cause. Climb inside, and the XJR's premium trim lends a bit more modernity to the familiar cabin. For starters, the diamond-quilted and perforated leather seats offer solid support, but they might be a bit firm for long hauls. Unlike other XJs, the XJR and R Sport trims don't offer a massaging feature, an unfortunate sacrifice that is available on most, if not all, of the competitive set. The rear quarters do, however, offer enough legroom for serious stretching out. Tall swaths of carbon fiber trim the door panels while another thin rim of carbon extends around the dashboard, a design shorthand for sportiness despite the fact that the XJR is only available stateside in long wheelbase form. An Alcantara headliner aids the high-end argument. The system works adequately well, though it lags the newest interfaces from BMW and Mercedes-Benz, and is far behind the upcoming A8L's advanced, dual-screen setup. The Jag's supercharged 5.0-liter V8 pulls hard from low RPMs, delivering a plateau of 517 pounds-to-foot between 3,500 revolutions per minute and 4,500 revolutions per minute. Acceleration isn't as brutal as the monstrously quick 603 horsepower, 664 pounds-to-foot Mercedes-AMG S63, but it's still strong and satisfying, aided by a smooth shifting ZF 8-speed automatic. Also pleasing is the finely modulated exhaust note, which raise just enough of the engine's mechanical soul without being intrusive or droning. The XJR's rear drive-only setup requires some restraint off the line, as dropping the hammer can trigger the traction control system. However, intervention is relatively unobtrusive when it does occur. While the cabin is on the quieter side, a good thing, traces of wind noise do creep in at higher speeds. The Jaguar occupies a relatively large footprint but turns respectably well, thanks in part to its relatively wispy curb weight of 4,156 pounds, which undercuts the big Bimmer and Benz by several hundred pounds. As with the XF Sport brake that I also tested on nearby roads, hustling the XJR through corners at a spirited pace can trigger whiffs of brake pad odor, which could spell more frequent pad replacement for folks who hustle the XJR regularly. While every Tom, Dick and Harry on Wall Street is sporting a Benzo or Bimmer, not to mention more premium offerings from Aston Martin, Bentley and Rolls-Royce, the Jaguar still makes a niche statement with singular styling that's about as unique as its two exclusive colors, Satin Chorus Grey and Velocity Blue.